G'day folks, this is another puzzle in the Dodep series. This one I've named Water Star. And Water Star is a name that is apparently used in Asian cultures for the planet Mercury. Pretty cool name, I think. So this one, the technical aspects of it, it's got the Mercury core inside it, and it's 1112XX. So what does that mean? Well, they are all referring to the different faces on the axis. So if I look, for example, at the blue and the green faces, each of them turns as a 1 face. So that's the 1, 1. I then said 1, 2, and that is our yellow and our white faces. So the yellow, just the outer layer. Again, the white face has 2 layers that turn. And then I said XX, and that means that the other axis, both of those faces are blocked. They cannot turn at all. This certainly makes this more challenging than some others. So what I need to do is basically firstly scramble it without turning the red and the orange faces. So essentially all I've got is these sort of turns of these side faces. And if it was just that, it wouldn't flip any edges and things like that. But I can also turn this white face, and that, of course, causes things to happen. So I automatically go to do that, but of course I can't. So I normally scramble it like this, and I will just remember, because I'm used to turning the upper face there, and I'll just remember that I can only turn the green and the blue faces as I do that. I'm going to continue scrambling this. And we can see here that everything is pretty nicely scrambled. What we notice is that, again, we've got this entire white and yellow central block unmoved. It cannot separate there. We also have the bottom 2 layers on the orange face that cannot go anywhere, and also the red face. So this is why this entire thing would be staying there if the white face did not turn, but that's what enables those to disappear there. So that's where we're at. We need to firstly solve the centers. So no huge deal here, that just that I can't turn the orange and red faces. So perhaps I'll start with an orange. There's the edge, and I've just got to find appropriate edge pieces, and I would like that one up the top to join onto there, and I can always move this around on the blue and the green faces. So that's the orange face done. I could do the red next. I just tend to work around in order. It seems to work pretty reasonably. I would then use this blue face to get some greens done. Now I want that. That will do fine there. Okay, now I've got that green triplet made. I want to put it onto here. Normally I would move this up and turn that red face. I can't do that now. I'll have to do something like that. The next green, here is the edge for it. So I'll initially just turn that around to bring this one up. And then this is going to be in that position. So if I rotate that and bring it back, I have my third triplet. This time I can bring it up to the blue face, put it on, and return. Then the reds and the blues, well, magically that's just sort of worked out pretty nicely there. You can see it's the same sort of thing as most of the other Mercury puzzles here. Okay, now reducing the edges. This has a twist in the tail at the end. So if you think this is just the same as always, it most certainly is not. Initially, for the first 9 or so, it really is the same sort of technique. So let me go through one edge at least on that. For example, I would have a look at the red-white here, and I want to get a red-white there. You'll see that's incorrectly oriented. So I need to do something to either get that one changed or get that one changed. Now, because this is the layer that it has to turn on, it cannot turn on this layer. I'm actually going to leave that white-red there, and I'll move this one so that it changes its orientation. I can only move that on the blue and the green faces, so I can't turn it up here. I want white on the left. So if I now turn it up on the green face, I bring that together. Now I've got those 2 pieces matched. Now ordinarily I'll just do an up, up, down, down, but I cannot turn this orange face, it's blocked. So I need to do something more like turn it down to the yellow face, replace it, put it back up. Bring my centers back. That gets me a piece like this. I just turn it around, put it up again, and find the other white-red piece. Okay, it's here, and that is on the green face, and it can be turned around to match that. Once again, I was going to move this one, but it's blocked, so this time I've got to turn that face, put another piece on, and return. Now, the temptation is to store this up the top because getting pieces off the top is harder. So, for example, if I wanted to get, see if there's, this orange-blue here, it's partly done. Normally, I would just turn it down onto a side face here. Now, I can't turn that red face, so then the only way that I can move it off here is to turn the white face, and you can see that breaks things. However, what I can do now is bring that to the bottom temporarily using these three edges and that blue face, and then I'll put the centers back, and that's pretty much how I need to get edges and pieces off the upper face. So if I then go and say I'm going to make the orange blue, I'll put that there. There's the other orange blue. Now I can't turn that up, so I'll have to take that off and just go over here and put it on so that the blue is on the left, which I believe it now is. Make this piece, turning the green face this time, and returning centers. So that gets me those two edges reduced. I was sort of saying before, the temptation is to store them up the top, but I've found it's pointless because you end up just moving things anyway. Like when I need to move this like that, it sort of comes to here. So there's no real point to do that. I'm going to continue working through these, get down to about the last three. Okay, well, I'm down to my last three edges, and before I get to the part of where the twist in the tail was and how I had to approach this, I do first need to check whether I have a 2 cycle, a 3 cycle, or a 4 cycle with these actual pieces in the edges. So let's have a look and attempt to solve one of them. It doesn't matter which one I'm going to solve. I just want to solve one of them. So the obvious one, I think, is this yellow-blue. Blue-yellow there. Yep, let's do that. So I'll solve that in the normal manner. And the reason that I want to do that is to have a look at the remaining pieces and just ascertain what have I got. Well, you can see in this case, both of these have to go there. So those two have to swap with each other, and those two have to swap with each other. So I have 2 swaps, which is equivalent to a 3 cycle. What that means is I don't need to do this turn with the centers and then resolve. I'm all good here. So now I got to go and solve them. Now this is the part where I really was flummoxed for quite a while and just thinking, well, how do I do this? Because nothing that I have tried has worked. So what I've ended up doing is finding a really simple 3 cycle of the individual pieces. Now you might say, well, isn't that what we've been doing? Yes, that's exactly what we've been doing. I found a different one that works in a different way. Because the problem that we have here, and I might maybe demonstrate this with a third piece here just to show what happens if I try and continue solving one of these things. Let's just involve another piece, and is it even going to work anyway? So if I tried to turn that, and let's just use any, I'll probably end up using this same, can't remember which piece it was now, but we'll see how we go. I'm really looking for 3 pieces like that, if it's possible. Now let's see what I've got down here and just note whether I can do something with either these two or these two. So first thing, you can see the orange yellow is just going to go back to there. So that's no good. What if I turn it round? Okay, now the orange yellow would go to there. That would be okay. What would happen to this orange yellow? It would come down to, where is my third piece actually? Orange, yellow, red, blue. There was another one, surely. Oh, there it is. Yes. Let me get that just onto this bottom face. Okay. The orange, yellow would move across to here. This yellow, orange, now this is the key bit. The yellow, orange would come to there, which would retain this. That's fine. The blue, red, and remember it turns up on the green face. So this is actually how it's going to turn up. It is this piece that will be involved. The blue, red is going to end up in that position. And so what will happen to it? It will come back, and I think it'll actually make 3 pieces. It's going to be red, blue, red where the orange is. That should actually end up the same as it was previously. What's going to happen? Yellow, orange. I'll do it anyway just to demonstrate it. So we'll replace that one with this one here. Return that. Let's see where we're at. Yep, that's what I thought. Got that one. Got that one. I kind of seem to be in this little cycle of, well, I'll try something and it doesn't really seem to do much. And when I get to this point, I go, right, it's time to bring out the big guns. Let's go to this different cycle that I've got. To do this, I firstly want to hold an orange or a red at the top. I want to hold my white face at the back. And the 3 pieces that I'm interested in, or the 3 edges, let's start with the edges. This edge, this edge, this edge. That's where my 3 edges need to be. I'm just going to find the other one. It's right here. Now that I've got the edges there, let's look at the individual pieces. It's going to be this piece, and this piece. They are my 3 individual pieces that are going to cycle in this manner. Now, the first problem you'll notice with this is that this will be broken up if I do this. So what I'm going to now have to do is just think about, all right, what is the most sensible thing to do here? The piece movement is whatever this piece is, just rolls across to there. So the red, blue, red's on the left, that's going to land on the top. The yellow, blue rolls down to there. This blue, yellow is going to reverse. So it's going to roll up, roll across. So at this point, this is not a hugely sensible thing to be doing. Let's see what else I might be able to set up. I'll put that one there. Let's see if I put this. Okay, so the yellow orange at the moment will go across to there. What happens if I put this piece down to here? The yellow orange will make a complete triplet. The blue yellow will go to here. This blue red will come over here. You know what? That's as good as anything for now. So that is what I'm going to do, and it'll demonstrate the sequence first of all. Very simple sequence. Here's what it is. Back turn, or back, what is that? Back prime, I think. And then down, down, up, up, and then undo that back turn. Now, technically, it's not necessary to do this next bit because it's just moving triplets around, but I'll do it anyway. It's a down, down, up, up, starting with this face. And at least then we can see, okay, that's the piece movement. That's what's happened. Now, I've got that one done. I now want to have a look and see if I can do something to get perhaps this red-blue piece somehow into a correct position here. At the moment, it's not going to work. The blue-red is just going to go wrongly oriented to there. So let's move stuff around, see if there's anything else I can do. The red-blue, that will go. At the moment, this is still not really what I want. And the only real place this one can be is up here. So I'm going to disengage this red-blue piece from here just to put it across there for now. I'm actually going to just store this one over here. It's not going to be involved. So yes, I'm going to create more pieces out, but they are going to be in their correct location because this is a problem here. So I'm going to move this red-blue out first of all. Let's do that again. undo the back turn, undo this. Okay, you can see that got those two. Let's see if there's any way now to get the red blue into the correctly oriented position here. I'm going to move that. Now that's a red blue there. No, that's going to be... here we go. Now, you'll note that my piece movement was here to here to here, but of course I can reverse that piece movement if I wish. Very simple to do. In fact, that's exactly what I wish at the moment, because that red-blue will travel straight up to there and make a nice little triplet. Or not a triplet, a doublet, I should say. So I've got that one there. What's going to happen with this blue-yellow? Well, where's the blue-yellow piece gone? It's over here. Let's just put it up to there. At the moment, I'm going to have a blue-yellow that's going to go across there, and it's going to complete that blue-yellow. The red-blue will come up here to make a double. That blue-red will come down to here. Now, that'll be done. These two will be like this, and I've got a third one over here. That is perfect. So this is the thinking through aspect of using this sequence. I want to reverse this piece movement. To reverse that, I do my down, down, up, up first before my back turn. Okay, let's see what's what. Yep, that's done. I have a doublet, and another doublet here. Now, we're not necessarily out of the woods yet, because you'll notice that this piece, at the moment, there's really only one position for it. And it's like this or this. And this piece sort of seems to be wrongly oriented as well. So let's just get, firstly, this piece here, which cannot go this side or this side. It must go over here. Let's put it over there. I'll just bring this one out and around. Okay, let's see if I can make the other two pieces work as well. And I think I can. The orange-green has got to go across to this orange-green. This yellow-orange now will come down to here, and that blue-red will finally go and place there. So we kind of had to create an extra piece of these doublets. Now I'm ready to 3-cycle home these pieces using this sequence, and I shall do that. I won't even finish that last one. You can see, looking around, that has now finally been done, and all of those edges are reduced. So I couldn't find any other way to do that. I think that's actually pretty simple. The hard part about it is not carrying out the moves. The hard part is just thinking through, what do I have to get where, and do I have to sort of break another piece in order to help me out? As it is now, all of the edges are reduced. It is time to place them. The really cool thing about this, I don't really know why this is, but all of the edges are now correctly oriented. So what that means is this white-orange that has to go to here, I can't sort of turn it like that. I mean, I can, but I break the centers. But if I turn it down to here, it is going to remain correctly oriented. So the way to get the white-orange to this position is to turn that, break the centers, and now do a 3-cycle involving, say, those 3 pieces there, which does not affect the centers. Okay, that is in. Same sort of thing with the white-red. It's got to go to here first, then put the white-red on. Okay, the white-blue is in. The white-green, where is that? That will be correctly oriented. Turn it up, and all of these middle layer pieces will also be correctly oriented. In other words, the orange-green here, I mean, I can turn this yellow face as I like, but you'll notice that I have the green face to turn, but not the orange. So I can just turn that up, put it on, bring it in. That's done. Let's do the blue-orange. I need to turn the blue face. Okay. That leaves me one edge here. The yellow-green is done. The yellow-orange is done. I've actually got a swap of two edges. So as normal, turn the yellow face one turn and resolve. Now, how do I do that? Because I can't turn the red face. So what I would do here would be to just go, well, the yellow green's got to go to the yellow orange. So another setup move, and then use this blue face to do it. The yellow orange has to go to the yellow blue. And when I've done that, the final three are automatically solved as well. And that's going to lead on to the corners. Now with the corners, the key problem areas are all the corners on the white face, because they kind of, that white face is between the orange and red, which don't turn. I must admit, I started doing this by trying to place all the white corners first, and I found it didn't really make a huge difference. So I'll place whatever I can place. The key thing is, to use the corner piece series, I need 3 faces in a row. Those need to be blue, yellow, and green. So I have to do it on those faces. In other words, the pieces are going to have to be somewhere up here on the yellow face. So let's carry out a few of these, see how we go. Blue, orange, yellow has to roll to there. Now, normally I'd just go, good, that's going to roll. I'll do those 3 pieces. Well, I can't do that because of the orange face, but I can do a setup move. And now I've got these 3 faces, so I can happily do my moves. Just undo that setup there. Okay, so that's done. And you'll note that it's left me with 2 corners now to twist. I'm absolutely going to do the simple twist the corners thing. In order to do that, I need to be using the blue and yellow or the green and yellow. I don't have 3 faces around a corner that I can turn. That one has got to twist anti-clockwise. So I've got to find a way to get that. Yes, okay. So I think what I need to do, I'll remember that one. I've got to do a right turn and then an up turn. I think we should be good now. I'm going to carry out a soon. And then a soon mirror. Okay, what did I say? Right and up, I think. Up prime, right prime, undo that one. There we go. This variant or version of the Mercury Dodep is now solved. I'll see you on the next video.